Yeah, let's talk about it. Here we go. Make my screen big. What's going on, family? It's your brother Ben X. Yeah, we going live to talk about this situation. I've been seeing everybody talk about Ja Morant. Ja Morant. Oh man, this brother done lost his mind. Oh man, he making 200 million. No, we not gonna do that. Dang. We're gonna continue without it then. Can y'all see me and hear me? Now I've been seeing everybody talk about Ja Morant. The brother done lost his mind. Man, why would he do this? Well, I wanna give my perspective. And here's my perspective, family. My perspective is this. Ja Morant is only a reflection of you and me. Somebody done already said it. Ja Morant is a rich dummy. Well, some of us are broke dummies. Because we do the same thing he do. I'm going to break it down to you. He do the same thing everybody else do. So what we're going to talk about today is how is he a reflection of you and me? And then I want to kind of go in and dialogue about why I believe what he did. Well, we're going to discuss, was it right or wrong? We're going to just discuss, was it right or was it wrong? Because many people, right? Many people are saying, it was a Second Amendment. And because it's his, he got the right to have a gun. He got the right to do this. And what I was thinking about the other day, I did a quick video about it. Somebody said, what's the difference between what he's doing and what the rapper's doing? The difference is they got two different bosses. One boss don't care about if you got your guns out, if you're smoking your weed, if you got your pants sagging. That's cool in my industry. But over here, the other boss, NBA boss, saying, hey, you can't do that. See, it's certain things you can't do on your job, but you can say, hey, man, I can pull my gun out legally. But at that job, though, your boss going to say, nah, you can't do that here. And if you continue to do that here, you're going to have to go home. He got the rights to say that and do that because that's his business. Now, that's why I think it's wrong. Here's the second reason why I think things went wrong. And this is where I'm going to say he's just a reflection of you and me. It's easy for us to point the finger at him, right? Now I'm about to give y'all a different perspective, right? I'm about to give you maybe a different perspective. Some of y'all saying, man, he making millions of dollars. He's a dummy. Well, we can say the same thing about us who ain't got his type of millions of dollars and we still making mistakes. Maybe we the dummies too. He maybe can afford to make a little mistake. Some of us can't afford to be making mistakes. Some of us can't afford to know what I'm supposed to do and then don't do it. We can't afford to do that. And we still making the mistakes. So who are we to judge? Not saying we can't hold nobody accountable. Not saying that we excusing nobody. But some of the comments I've been hearing is almost like you on some holier than thou. Like, oh, because I wouldn't do that. He grown and da-da-da. I would never make no mistake. Look at your life right now. I mean, if we look crack right into our life right now, we can see, man, it was something I knew I was supposed to do or wasn't supposed to do. And I did it anyway. And I ain't even got enough money. I ain't even got millions. So we shouldn't be making the mistakes either. So I'm not saying excuse the brother, but I am saying, hey, man, let him be an example. Let's look at him and look at how we looking at him saying, damn, but that brother done messed up again. I want you to look at that, but don't laugh at him like the ministers say. Learn. Then I want us to look in the mirror, and next time you about to do something you're not supposed to do, no matter how big or small it is, Because the smaller things lead up to the big things. You know, when you was younger, you used to start off, you stealing the cookies. Mama say, boy, don't go in there and get them cookies. And you go in there and sneak it anyway. Wipe the crumbs off your face. Then you find out, oh, I can get away with some stuff. Then you get older, you start, oh, let me steal that dollar. She ain't even gonna notice I got the dollar. Then as you get older, you start stealing from the grocery store. See, so small things lead to the big. So I don't want to hear the big versus the small. All of it matters in our life. Now I want to go and we're going to check out one of his videos. Now this is the video I want to check out. Somebody said this froze. Is it froze? Can y'all still see me? Let's play this video and let's hear from Ja Morant himself. We're not going to judge him. We're going to hear from him himself.
Oh, all right. Here it is, a 2-minute excerpt of the rest. The rest will be shown later on SportsCenter on ESPN. Here it is.
You're 23 years old. You're a superstar. You're one of the faces of the NBA. What has the last 10 or 11 days been like for you, and how are you doing?
Me personally, I feel mentally good that I haven't, been in, many years. I'm in a space where I'm, very comfortable. I was constantly, talking to therapists. I've been doing, Reiki treatment. I've been doing anxiety breathing, different stuff to, help me manage that and, release, all that stuff from my body.
But when did you say, I'm gonna do this and it's necessary?
After I made
I'm gonna stop right there. He say he doing the Reiki, you know what they call it, Reiki treatment to release that stuff from his body. He's going through therapy. Now I already know what somebody thinking. Man, he grew up in the suburbs. He don't need no therapy. He had a good life. He ain't from the hood. He ain't had to get it out the mud. But we quick to say that, ain't we? See, that's something we got to stop saying. We don't know what he done been through. See, it's children, right? It's youth that done been brought up in the so-called suburbs that in their mind, or maybe even in reality, they worse off than people who grew up in the hood. I know you just want to compare the money. Yeah, I know you just want, well, he had a big house. I know people that have told me that I know done lived in big homes growing up, but was lonely. In a big old house, but they wasn't understood. Big old house, a lot of rooms, but they wasn't heard. And that affects a child. That not only affects a child, but that affects us in our adulthood. So we got to stop judging and thinking that, oh, he uppity. He must got it all the way made. Now, his parents may have had some bread. Yeah, he was able to eat maybe he never missed a meal like you may have missed a meal. Yeah, I mean, they maybe never had their lights off and you had to use some candles here and there. But we can't necessarily determine unless we done talk to each individual person how they have been affected mentally growing up. I know people that grew up in two-parent households. Two-parent households. Ain't had to go to the streets for nothing. Didn't have to rob nobody. Didn't have to do that. But they found a way to go sell drugs and live their street life on their own. Not because they had to, not because their parents pushed them out, but because in their immature mind, I want to make my own money. And when I want to go do something, I know if I ask them, they going to tell me get a job or they going to make me work for it, as they should. You should want to work for it, but you don't want to go get you no job. Because although you growing up in this big household, right? Although you growing up maybe in this 4-bedroom, 2-parent household, mentally, you looking at that movie. Mentally, you looking at that TV show. Mentally, we listening to the rap. Mentally, we going to school because they still taking me to this public school, though. Yeah, I'm growing up in my big home, but they still dropping me off at this public school system. And see, what we got to realize is if I'm dropping them off and they at the public school system for 8 hours a day, or longer if they in extracurricular activities. They ain't being influenced by what's going on up in his home. They may. But man, shoot, I'm coming to school. I'm seeing sister with them tights on. And that booty moving like it's moving. Come on now. Let's just keep it real. They going to school and shoot, they seeing the brothers, man, they having money. They driving up and shoot, they girls flocking out there. You don't think that's going on in certain people's mind? Now you got some children who ain't worried about that, but this is a reality. I'm coming to school. Shoot, I ain't got the Jordans on. Mom, I want some Jordans. Nah, boy, you all right. Well, shoot, I'm finna go do something on the side because I'm seeing him having money. So I'm asking him, man, what y'all got? I done been influenced. Peer pressure. They calling me a lame. See? They know I'm in the suburbs, right? Come on now, come on. Don't act like this ain't happening in school. They know I'm in the suburbs. So they already talking about me. Oh, that nigga talk white. Nah, he talking white. Because you don't learn how to talk proper with your family who business-minded and in corporate worlds, and they teaching you how to speak the correct language. So now you having to deal with, okay, trying to learn some slang so they not talking about you. Your parents don't know nothing about this. They don't know you trying to learn certain slang so you can fit in. Then they already know you coming from the suburb. So now you got to prove yourself now. If you don't really know yourself, if you don't know your identity, now you finna have to prove yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So now you gonna skip lunch. You gonna come home, parents how was school? Oh, it was good, mama. It was good, dad. They don't know what you did during lunch. Come on. Y'all was children before. They don't know what you was doing at lunch. Yeah, they didn't get home until 6 o'clock. They didn't get home till 6 o'clock. So when you ask, hey, can I go over such and so house? Oh, go ahead. They didn't know the girls was coming with you. Uh-oh, come on. Yeah, come on with it. They didn't know the girls was coming over. They didn't know y'all was going to hit the blunt a couple times. And then you really don't smoke, but they didn't know so that you can fit in, you going to hit it once. Damn. Then you tried it. They don't know what you done tried. They didn't know you done you start off with the little wine cooler. Ooh, that tastes good. Then you move up, you see, to the Ciroc. Ooh. And then it continues to go. They don't know you doing that, do they? Yeah, they didn't know you was doing that. But this is what goes on in high school. Not even just in high school, brothers and sisters. Even in middle school. Yeah, even in middle school. They don't know when you done gave them that car and you driving home and you duck off to the park and you having sex in the car. Come on now. Uh-oh. They don't know that's what's going on. They didn't know you in certain group texts and group chats and y'all all talk. They don't know that. They just assume, boy, I got me a good baby, boy. I got him a nice home. Boy, he be eating good every night. Boy, she ain't never complaining. Yeah, all this is taking place. So now we can't say just cause a brother or a sister grew up in a 2-parent household, look like they was growing up in the suburb, that they ain't never, they mind, they body is in the suburb, but they mind may be somewhere else. They may be the son or daughter of a 2-parent household, but they acting like somebody who ain't even really got no parents because the parents in them don't even really got no connection. We don't know what their parent and child relationship is like. Now, why am I saying this, Brother Ben? What this got to do with Ja Morant? This ain't got nothing to do with Ja Morant. I'm trying to show us, right, how to stop judging just because a brother live in the suburbs, that they can't have the behavior that we see coming from Ja Morant. Because you may be, come on now, I know this finna hit somebody. We may be raising a little Ja Morant if we ain't paid attention. What do I mean? He got talent. He got skill. He ain't got no reason to be doing what he doing. But for some reason, he's choosing to do that. And we can't just say the nigga's a dummy. Dummy. Fool, nigga, crazy. Man, I can't believe that. Yeah, you can say he's wrong, but what we also need to be asking is, why? Get an understanding of why. Hold on, what is this? You in the NBA already. Brother, why? You got all the money you need already. Brother, why? We can't say, oh, he just doing, ain't nothing wrong with doing that. I seen a white man, he's holding a gun. Oh, I seen this other NBA player, he was holding a gun. Why they coming after him? Man, if this is the rules, this is the rules. And we done already heard him say he made a mistake. See, once he done said he made a mistake, all our excuses that we want to make for him got to go out the door. Is he still young? Absolutely. Absolutely. The brother's young. He's still under 25. He ain't all the way developed yet. And obviously he ain't developed yet because he said that he's made a mistake and then he went and did it again on Instagram Live. Now that's crazy. But how many of us, we done something and the God within ourselves, the self-accusing spirit said, don't do that. Come on, man, say, don't do that. You know you shouldn't do that. Come on, don't do that. And then you got the devil on the other side saying, man, go ahead and do that, man. You in control of your life. Man, ain't nobody, man, do what you want to do, man. It's your life. And you did it anyway. So as we analyze him, let's also analyze self. It's some things you've been supposed to do about your business that you still ain't did. And you talking about John Morant. See? Some people ain't looked at their damn taxes in the last 2, 3, 4 years. You know you owe them tax. You know you supposed to be getting that figured out, planned out, straightened out. You still ain't did it. But we talking about John Morant. It's some stuff we weren't supposed to be doing to our wife, to our husband, to our children. And we knew it. And we did it anyway. But we talking about John Morant. I ain't saying you can't look at it and analyze it because it's in the world. He's a popular person. He's a celebrity. It's out there. He chose to go live. All that's true. If he didn't want nobody talking about it, he shouldn't. All that's true. All I'm saying is, once you look over here, make sure last we look in that mirror and check self. It's some self-improvement. Some of us still smoking right now, and we make all kind of excuses for it. Now we talking about cigarettes. We talking about tobacco. We talking about something that can literally mess up your lungs. We ain't talking about no contract. We ain't talking about no bread. We ain't talking about no NBA team. We talking about your own life. It's a vice. It's something that you're doing about your own life. We talking about life that you're not supposed to be doing. And guess what? Today you probably gonna do it again. But we gonna get on Ja Morant though. All I'm saying is, let's do both. Man, brother, you got to correct that. And then he got to see the youth have to see that when they say this to me, I see y'all focusing and you striving to overcome what you striving to do too. See what I'm saying? Let's just be real. We quick to say niggas a dummy. Dummy. Then I bet you if we open up our book, we probably dummies this week too. It's something that we ain't handled and overcame this week too. It's something that we ain't stopped doing that we said we was going to stop doing too. So I think the youth will be more receptive if we looked at them and said, man, I understand. You wrong, brother, but I understand. And here's why I understand, because shoot, I was in your position. And to be honest, brother, I'm still in your position. But these are the steps that I've been taking to overcome mine. It's been a little trial. So I understand you keep messing up, but here's the steps and mindset that you're going to have to change. You see what I'm saying? I feel, and it's just me speaking because I'm still a youth. So I got, I can still speak from a youth perspective. I will receive that much more than just nigga, you know better. Yeah, nigga, just. Because I mean, how many of us still know better and we still make mistakes? You knew not to get with that brother. You got with him anyway. You knew not to get with that sister. Got with her anyway. You knew not to smoke that. Smoke it anyway. Drunk it anyway. So, I encourage us as I close to get this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's a good book, man. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I think, I don't know if it was him or Malcolm. I don't know, but I heard it was recommended in the nation to get that book. How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to win friends and influence people so that in our correction, we're not pushing them deeper into the mud, but we're striving to raise them up. We're striving to raise them up. So that's all I wanted to say, family. I just wanted to come on here and just give a different perspective. I know everybody done already said how wrong it is, how crazy it is, but I wanted us to look at ourselves when we talk about this. Hopefully this perspective will convict somebody to say, damn, man, I got to start looking at me, though. It's cool. I mean, I did get my opinion. That's all right. But I got to also look at my own life and say, hey, where have I been little Ja Morant in my relationship? Come on now. Come on. Come on. Where have I been a bigger Ja Morant in my business life? Come on. Where have I acted just like Ja Morant in my personal life? Where have I acted just like him in my spiritual life? So I thank you all for listening, family. I thank you all for listening. I hope I said something that just gave you a different perspective, a different thought process, because the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us that self-improvement is the basis for community development. Self-improvement is the basis for community development. So if we can look at each situation that goes on and say, how can I use this, though, to improve myself so that I don't put myself in that position and I can be an example? If we can focus on that, man, then we can make stronger families, stronger relationships, stronger unions, stronger organizations, stronger communities, and a stronger nation. So assalamu alaikum, family, and have a blacktastic day.